Welcome back to my channel. So this is Samirazi fashion channel. So today we are making a bustier with princess cuts. So this is the fabric that we are using now. So I'm marking it with the nipple to nipple, that is the center line. So that is the 4.5 that I'm using to mark it down. So after that, you mark your under bust, and that is the under bust, under waist, the waist length, and that is the half length. The half length is 17. So you add your allowance that you use and sew it. Everything should be 18. So that's what I'm marking there now. So that is the shoulder side that I'm marking. I'm marking the shoulder with 18. That is 9. The actual length is 16. So that is the princess cut side of it to get the bustier, that is the under bust, to get the princess. So that is the marking that I'm marking there. What I got there is 10. So I'm still checking it out to see whether it correspond. So from the other side of it, I marked 1.5 so that it will cup very well. So I'm still checking it out to see whether it is correspond to that 10. And now it has not, so I'm still marking it. So now it has marked, so that's why I chalk it there, so it corresponds to the 10. So then this is the measurement of the body. When doing the measurement, you divide it by 4. So the measurement is 38. So you divide 38 by 4, it will give you 9.5. So that is the 9.5, and you add your allowance. So I'm adding 2 there, and for the center side of it to come very well, I had 2 also to return it back. So that you can see that it is 2 line that is there. So that is the under bust. The under bust is 35. So you divide 35 by 4 and add your allowance, that's the 2-inch allowance, and you connect it to the measurement. So we have connected it. So now we have done with the measurement of the front side, and that is the shoulder side to slant it. So when slanting it, you now start to cut. So I'm cutting it now to the bustier side of it, that is the front side of it. So now I've cut it out. So don't forget to subscribe to my channel and watch the video to the end. Make a comment. So that is the shoulder side to slant it out of it. So that is it now. So we've done with the front side. So now is the, now we are cutting it now to the nipple side of it, that is to get the princess cut. So that is the side of it now. So can you see how it is that I'm cutting it out? So that is the front side. Don't forget we are making the front side of it first. So we're done with that. So it's the other side of it now, that is the allowance side. We've cut it out. So after that, remember to notch. So that is the side that I'm notching now, that is the under bust. You notch it so that you get it. So we're done with the front. So this is the back side of it now that we want to cut now. And remember, you had your allowance and adding 2-inch allowance for the zip allowance for the back side of it. So just lay it. There's no need of measuring again. Just use the front side of it and lay it out. And where I'm doing there now is I'm using scissors to hold it out, because that is the princess cut side of it. It will not be as the front side of it. So you remove that side. That's why you use that scissors to hold it down. So this is the cutting side of the back one that I'm doing now. So please don't forget to subscribe. So this is the cutting of the back. Remember, the inch that we added at the zip is 2, and just to cut it, fold your fabric, cut it out with the front side, and fold the princess cut side of it the way you are seeing it that I'm doing here now, so that it will not appear as the back side, front side again. So this is the zip side that I'm opening now at the center side of the back. So we have done with the back side of it. So we are cutting the princess side of it now, that is the side of it now. So don't forget, we also have a sleeve that will cut. The sleeve will be, the length will be 17 because it's a long length, and we'll also add with a bob sleeve that is attaching the structure on it too, because it has a structure. So it's a 2-sleeve cutting that we are making on this gown, and it's a gown that we are making a straight one. So that is it's a pencil straight gown that we are making. So that is it now. So we're done with the cutting of the back side of it. So after the back side of it, what next? We just cut the lining, the doff, the what is it called, the back side of it that we use to do the sleeve now. That is the I've forgotten the name that I want to use to cop it out. That is a wording. It's wording that I'm trying to remember. So that is the back side of it. I'm just showing you how we've cut it out now. So that is it. So I'm just showing you the way we sew it, so you can see that we have not even sew it. It's very beautiful. So now this is the lining of the front side of it now. So just lay it and also cut it out, because the cutting is already done. So that is the front side of the bustier of the princess cut that we are making. So subscribe to my channel, watch it, make a comment. So that is the front side of the bustier that we are cutting. After cutting it now, you also remember to notch, because that is what I'm notching there too, within also the lining side of it. So I'm notching it out, and I'm cutting at the size of the cups. So that is it now. So I'm cutting it out for us to start the main sewing of it now. So this is the cutting side of it. So this is how you cut your bustier. And you know, if you don't understand this cutting, watch my previous video, because I've done this a lot. So I'm just showing you again, and also explaining it for you to understand. And the one you don't understand, that's why I'm still saying watch my previous video that I've done with this. So this is the lining side of it. Now we have done with the cutting of the lining. So now is the back one that we want to cut out, just for you to also lay it out and place your fabric and cut. So this is the back side of it now. So I'm cutting it out also for you to see. And after cutting it out, just for you to go to the machine and sew it, iron it out, and it look beautiful. You're done with it. So this is the lining side of the back side that we are cutting. So that is the side of it too that we are cutting out also. So I'm cutting it out for us to see very well, and for us to go and stitch on the machine. So the cutting is done also. After this cutting, just for us to lay our wording at the front side of it and also cut out, because it's wording that I want to use to pad it. That is the front side of it. Don't forget, it's the front side that we use wording to pad. So that is the back side we are cutting now. So we've done with the back side of the lining. So we've done with the cutting. So this is the wording side that I'm telling you. So what you will do, just for you to lay the wording to the under bust, that is where I'm pointing to you now. Yes, that place that we notch, and you measure from the shoulder to get your 7. So that is where I'm pointing, is 7 that I'm pointing out for you. So we're done with that. So just for you now to cut. So you can see how it is now. You also shape that upper side. This is the side of it now that we want to also lay. You also lay out to the under bust. Can you see what I'm doing there now? So that bust that I'm showing you there now is the side of it now. So the bustier is the side of it now. So cut it out to the under bust. So you see how your sewing will be. It will cup out very well. So that is it. So we're done with the side of it now. So now is we have stitched it. So I'm just showing you how it cup out. Can you see how beautiful it is? And this is the lining also that we also stitch, and we have ironed it out. So we are going gradually, because the front side of it is done. So now is the sleeve that we want to do now. That the sleeve, this is the first one, the main hand of it, the length, and that is the shoulder side of it that I've cut. So the length is 17, and you want to bob it out to put elastic at the downside of it. So you'll see it actually when we finish it. So that is it. Can you see? I've opened it out for you. So now is the trouser sleeve that we'll put at the upper side. So you make it to be long. What we did here now, we added the F-stay, the hard one, to cup it out very well. You will see how it will look like by the time we finish it. So the length that I used here is 17 because we make it to be long, because we want to gather it, to go and stitch it in machine and gather it out and get the size of that first sleeve that we put. So that is the gather what we have, or the first one. We are putting elastic, the length we are putting elastic to cup out. So can you see how it is? So this is the second side of it. So the two side of the lining sleeve is done, and then the structure side of it now that we'll use to put, to lay at the upper side. And see, it has come out well. Can you see how it is now? So after that, I just want to start with the downside of the length of the gown, because it's a gown that we do now. So it's a straight gown. That is the length, everything of this length of this gown is 53. So the length now that we are using here now, after removing that 70 at the upper side, you will now get the length now. So this is the length side of it that we are marking. That is the waist, the hip line. After the hip line, you divide your hip, because the hip is 44. Divide 44, you got 11. So the waist is 38. So that is the length of the M length there, and you add your M length of the sleeve of the down of it. So you connect. So I'm connecting it now to the waist, to the hip, and to the hemline. So the measurement is done, just for us to cut out now. So now I'm cutting it out the way you are seeing it there now. After that, what will you now do? You use it to cut the back side of it. Remember to add your dart allowance, because it also has a dart allowance on it. So what I added there is 1 inch when you added your dart. So this is the back side of it. I've just lay it and just cut it out. So it's the zip side of it that I'm cutting, because the front side is already done, just for you to lay it to the back side and cut. So we've done the cutting, and this is the lining side of it that we want to also cut now. So we've cut the front side. I'm using the front side to cut the lining, so because it will have a lining that will line it out. So after that, just for you also to lay it out to the back side of it with the lining and cut. But this one is the front side that we are cutting now with the lining. So now we have done it, we have stitched it, we have ironed it. So you can see how it is now. Very beautiful. See how it came out, very beautiful. You can watch this video and again. The one you don't understand, watch it, because I've done something like this before for the gown. So thank you for watching. Love you so much. Please subscribe to my channel, make a comment. See you in my next video. Bye bye.